The Tofu Ninja plushie is now available at crowdmade.com. I suggest you get one before it's gone forever. Or else. Okay, that's it. I love you. Bye.
I loved it when a new student came to my private school, mostly due to the fact that our classes were relatively small and it just got really boring seeing the same old faces year after year. So whenever we got a new student, seeing that new face, it was just nice. Fresh meat! And it was even more exciting when it was a foreign exchange student. You know what's better than one foreign exchange student? Multiple foreign exchange students. A busload, even. And you know what's even better than a busload of foreign exchange students? Please stop. A busload of foreign exchange students from South Korea. I see you judging me through that screen. And let me just assure you that all of this took place long before my whole K-pop craze. In some ways, that's probably for the best, because otherwise my premature young tofu mind would set me up with some very unhealthy and very unrealistic expectations. So, any of you guys trainees for JYP, YG, SM? I hear this upcoming agency called Big Hit Entertainment's got something really good cooking. Behind the scenes. Anyways, basically every year for a certain length of time, our school would host a bunch of kids from South Korea so that they can be immersed in our great American education system. Which I'm not entirely sure why anyone would want to do that. We would be minding our own business, usually at recess, and then we would see this huge influx of Asian kids walking single file, watching us with such condescending faces like, "야, 바보 같은 미국 사람들아." And I would just be like, oh, is it that time of year again? And then just go back to catching bugs. Overall, excited. A little bit intimidated, but excited. One time a group of them showed up like Korean spy kids. Fancy glasses, fancy suit, and a stupid fancy suitcase. So official. So classy. Okay, there was no actual real point to that. Just wanted to say that our uniforms sucked compared to theirs. Stupid true grits! As you could imagine, we didn't have a whole lot of interaction with them, mostly due to the language barrier and lack of mingling opportunities. It's like they were there, but at the same time, they were not there. They were upso. They just stayed in an empty room most of the time, only going out for tours, recess, and lunch. I do remember them participating in our choir class though, but that was pretty uncomfortable for us all. You're stuck in a foreign country and now you have to sing in English? I don't even like doing that. I mentioned before that I loved it when we got new students, and that was true. It didn't mean I was good at talking to any of them yet. Before I developed these amazing socialization capabilities, I was way too intimidated and scared to approach any of them. In a way, I was a lot like Kha'Zix from League of Legends. If one was alone and isolated, I could easily swoop in and strike up a friendship. But if they were in a group, which was almost always the case, I was useless. Okay, there might have been a better way to describe that. Anyways, yeah, none of us really had any interactions with one another, except for one thing. Soccer. They absolutely loved soccer. In every recess, it would be us versus the Korean students. Objective, possess the ball the longest, or at least until the bell rings. I called it Bumblebee Soccer. You would think my school could afford to install some goalposts considering my parents paid an arm and a leg each year. But no, luckily that didn't matter because being young and simple-minded, just having a ball was good enough to keep us all entertained. It was such a simpler time. Being young, such memories. I miss that. What were we talking about again? Getting our butts kicked by a bunch of Korean students. Wait, no. Oh yeah, soccer! Now, I too was among the crowd playing Bumblebee Soccer. Was I any good at it? No. Before I actually learned how to play later in junior high to high school, soccer team, 4 years. Totally not tooting my own horn or anything. The only understanding about soccer I had at the time was me see ball, me kick ball, me happy. None of this controlling the ball, passing, or flopping around pretending to be injured. I also wasn't very fast compared to everyone else. Not the slowest, just a normal, average, scrawny Asian kid. No outstanding physical capabilities to compensate for my lack of skill. So naturally, I didn't get to touch the ball a lot. But I really wanted to. I figured if I got some good kicks in, maybe one of them would be impressed, and maybe they would want to talk to me, and maybe we would become friends. And that definitely sounds incredibly pathetic when I say it out loud. So one fateful recess, we were playing Bumblebee soccer again, and the Korean students usually had the ball. Like, we had some good players, but they had all good players. Because again, they loved soccer. Most kids on our team were only there because there was a ball and they wanted to kick it. Anywho, we were in the middle of an intense match where everyone was just pushing and shoving each other trying to get to the ball. But then, from out of the chaos, somehow the ball became free and was rolling in my direction. This is it! This is my glorious moment to prove to everyone that I am a force to be reckoned with. There was no thought of passing or trying to take control of the ball first. All I had going through my head was, kick the ball. Oh yeah, this one time I get to touch the ball, it's gonna be freaking epic. So I wound up, and as hard as a toe kick could do, I used the momentum from the ball rolling at me and sent that thing flying. The ball went to my teammates. It was the break that we needed to hold possession of the ball until the bell rang. And before I knew it, everyone was patting me on the back for such a great one-touch wonder turn of the tide kick. The girls go like, "Wow!" And even the Korean students look at me with approval and admiration. And then we all got along and became best friends. The end. At least that's what I wanted to happen. But, you know what's worse than one mad Korean student? How about having every single one of them being pissed off at you, on top of your own classmates? Psst.
So what? Just go get another ball or play something else. No big deal.
No. You don't understand. That was the only good ball we had, and there's nothing else to do on a playground. Soccer was the one good thing in their life that they got to look forward to during their stay here, and then I just took that away from them and kicked it over a fence. Whew. Is it just me, or did all of a sudden get really hot? Maybe it's from the flames of their rage, and that smell is the smoke from their eyes burning through my soul. Have you ever encountered angry Koreans before? It's really something.
아 진짜 야! 아주 못생긴 게 터져가지고 어? 네가 사람이냐? 확 그냥 모가지를 뿌겨버릴라 어? 아니 축구를 못하면 아예 뭐 하지 말 것이지. 네가 뭔데 감에 와가지고 바보같이 공을 한 번에 치고 어 남에게 피해주고 하면
And those were probably the most family-friendly things they said.
어 빙신아.
I was in some real hot sundubu right then and there and was on the verge of being completely obliterated from this planet. I think God saw that I was in some real trouble and sent someone to help me, because it wasn't long before a maintenance worker drove by in a golf cart and saw a bunch of students crowded at the fence yelling and pointing at the ball, and pitiful me. Thankfully, he was there to get it and send it back to us over the fence. I was spared. Though even though they didn't stay mad at me, they definitely didn't give me the ball after that. Wow, what a great video with a deep moral lesson at the end. Crazy, I know. Yeah. Anyways, don't forget to purchase the Tofu Ninja plushie over at my store at crowdmade.com. I believe if you get one soon, you can also get one of my backpacks for 15% off. What a steal. Also, huge shout out to all my new Tofu-tastic artists and animators who helped create this project. It definitely turned out a lot better than if I was to work on it by myself. I'm going to be working on a pretty sick and awesome project for the next video. I'm not going to spoil anything. I mean, I usually don't. But yeah, it's really cool. I've been wanting to work on it for a very long time. Unfortunately, though, it will take a little bit longer than my usual videos, but I'm really excited for you guys to see it, so I must ask that you please be patient. But that'll be it for this video. Thank you again so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. But until then, stay safe and stay young, because we're still in this freaking pandemic.